is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Check it out now. Holy. Now, pushing peas, pushing please, or is he pushing cheese? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about young Gunna. He's been released from jail, and according to the cops, they claim the case with him is over. Now, this sounds a little bit odd. He was supposedly facing up to 20 years in jail, even though we all agreed he ain't really had nothing to do with nothing. He got denied bond 4 times, only for a month later for them to say, nah, just go home, bro. You good. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Gunna has struck an historic outward plea, and we're going to have to talk about that in the future weeks coming, because I guarantee as rap try to figure out how the heck he got out of this junk, they're going to be trying to pinpoint and locate what that plea means. Now, the rapper negotiated a plea called an Alford plea, which means he didn't have to admit he did a crime, but he also acknowledges that it's in his best interest to plead guilty for the crime, okay? Now, the charge that he faced was 1 count of conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corruption Act, which is the RICO charge, and he was essentially sentenced to 5 years, okay? Now, 4 of those years are going to be suspended. If you don't know what that means, basically, it's like probation with 4 years hanging over your head. If you fuck up, you go back for 4 years. However, he had to serve only 1 year in jail. Now, he's been in there for about like 6-7 months. They commuted the 6-7 months, which means that's going to equal to 1 year. So basically, he just got to go home, okay? Now, he got out actually yesterday, and also he's going to be required to do a few things. Number 1, 500 hours of community service. He has to talk to kids and encourage kids not to get into gangs. Now, he did put out a statement. He said, while I've always agreed to be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear. I've not made any statements, not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify to be a witness for or against any party in the case, and absolutely have no intention of being involved in the trial in any process in any way. Now, listen, however y'all want to think about this, let me just tell you my personal thoughts. I don't think Gunna snitched. I think Gunna told the truth, okay? Now, these are the reasons why some people might raise an eyebrow, though, okay? Apparently, even though in a statement he says he will not take the stand, it is a condition of his plea that if he's called on to testify, he has to testify, okay? Even though he could claim the Fifth Amendment, which means he could tell on other people, but he can't. He has a right to invoke his Fifth Amendment, not to tell on himself. Now, here's the thing also that comes with this plea, okay? Basically, in court, and you guys saw the video, he swore that he has personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang, and he's also said that he was more in the music side, and he said that YSL the gang must end. He also admits, and he says, I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent in music has indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. And also, he attested in a plea deal that he was in a car with Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, when officers pulled him over. And when they found hydrocodone, methamphetamine, and a firearm, he's saying, I'm putting it on the record, that gun and them drugs ain't mine, okay? Now, basically, you could kind of say this ain't pointing the finger, but it's the elbow, whatever you want to call it. But essentially, he is in a tough position, and he could be called on to testify. Again, I'm not here to litigate street codes and street rules. If y'all want to call it that he told, who knows? For some people, you ain't tell till you get up on the stand. Right now, I don't think nobody's going to trial, so I don't think he'll ever get on the stand. But if it goes to trial with at least one of these guys, basically this plea says Gunna has to take the stand, okay? We will see, though. You guys can comment, make sure you guys like and subscribe. historic plea, but Gunna is actually free, man. Get a comment, make sure you guys like the subscriber. Do you consider him one of those, or listen, it's always what my man Wax says, selective politicking. I don't care either way. I love Gunna's music, man. Get a comment, make sure you guys like and subscribe to Which Academics.